enga ayui ogira nagi mage in obana edayat ada anjokubiles to hoin nagides pomona itchen jin hagi jawe beje den boatos jagazak dan yeston alleji edin imbona yagen ada nagides abuka yazak no ade mo abo hagen oahan london ayui an yezat hilma hil on doen obonaga tjadi imobonaga pumbonaga kanjabi bi alat istinazojen di Mvskoke imbonaga bonayat hagit undunduesen man abaidehen alleji situatio saga zakton man di Mvskoke imbonaga moin ehen la hadi jaziban si obonaga kitayat di Mvskoke imbonagan man kitayidon owen jatskalgyo Mvskoke imbonaga idan obonayagen di zakagayado mo madan Mvskoke imbonaga adigusin edimbona ibujolaga didon hayoat jazuret James Rifki daste man hayoat madibago di bohos kidon magat di zakagayat jawan dagyo excuse me. I imagine the custom, the tradition, and our, how would I say, our way we look. You know, I had one lady, I was in Tallahassee, Florida, and I had kind of, they had called me to come there, and they was having a festival. I took some helpers to go and was gonna do storm dance. And after we got through, I was going back to where we were sitting, and some lady stopped me, and he said, "What y'all done is just so good." He said, "I would do anything if I could become one like y'all." That's what he said. I'd give anything. But I told her that, you know, it's not us, it's the Creator that has given us this, you know. And so that's why I say that, and I'm sure y'all probably say the same thing, I'm proud to be an Indian. Yeah, that's the way I say. There was one little boy one time, I was somewhere, I forgot where it was at, but anyway, he said, "Are you an Indian?" That's what he said, his little white boy. He said, "Are you an Indian?" And I said, "Do I look like one?" He said, "No." I said, "Why?" He said, you don't have no, what did he say? He said something you don't have. I said, well, look at me again. He stared at me a little bit. Oh, yeah. So sometimes, you get to talk to, but I always have time for even little kid. I have time. That's what Mama said. I said, I'm going to tell you 3 things that you need to abide by, or this. He said, one of them is have love. Always have love. He says, be meek. Be lowly in heart. And if you have these in practice or live that, you will live a long time. I'll be 82 years old next month. No, April. I was born in 1933. In the rural community, it's about 4 miles from Hannah, Oklahoma. The little town of Hannah, 4 miles west. That's where I was born and raised. And just about a quarter of a mile west of where I was born and raised is our ceremonial ground, one of the ceremonial ground, called Muddy Waters. But they told me that where we at, Tallahassee and Mvskoke and Tukpavka was of the same farm. Tukpavka was located near Calvin, and Mvskoke was, the way I've heard it, was located close to just before you get to the river. That's what that's the, heard that, or I was told from my uncle. This was the tradition, or I guess you could say the rules of that. And they told me that even if he's a 100-year-old person, when he talks, and the Miko might be 15, 16 years old, when he talks, he said you're supposed to listen to him. That's what they told me. So the Miko is also have to be humble, and I know he is, and have to be humble. Love it doesn't make any difference. He's the one that looks at the kids. He doesn't want any of them to be sick. So he has to go out and talk to the medicine man so that he could prepare the medicine for them to use. Well, to me, of course, I've never had this happen to me. And to me, I feel like that I'm not, you know what I'm saying? There are better ones out there. I think it was then, I told him I was just a little guy. But, you know, and then we'll have to look at it. The Creator is the one that has something to do with that. You know, when something like that, I give him all the credit. I give him all the credit. When I was growing up, one of the things that I hated the most was to make a book report. And when you make during that time when you make a book report, you have to say it in oral. That's why I hated to stand in front of well, it was just the students, but yet I didn't want to do that. That was sort of kind of, I don't know how you would put it, but that that feeling that I had went away. I was in Albany, Georgia. They gave me time to talk, and those that were listening was over 2,000 people in that place, Albany, Georgia. They used to have a big powwow. I mean, not powwow, but celebration there. And that was close to Chia, the name of the ground, I believe it was close to that. So now, when they asked me, I get up there. First thing I know, I'm already. The word just comes to me. That's the way. So I said, well, maybe I don't want that education there. I got enough knowledge. They used to raise cotton, and I used to pick cotton there. They used to raise onions. I used to top the onions. The only experience or only thing that I had was labor, doing labor work, like hoeing cotton and picking cotton, threshing peanuts. That just, I guess you call that, but during that time in that area. But it's only took while we haven't, how would you say, as far as getting the money, that was just during the fall for a little while. So then after that, we had to do without. I was born and raised, maybe not hardly a quarter of a mile from the school where I started. And Mama used to make me a lunch, and I was I made just little ways, big old gallon bucket, And one time, have you ever eaten blue bread? Have you had that? How about you? Yeah. How about you? You don't know what blue bread is.
I make some pretty good blue bread.
Oh. But yeah. But that's what he would make. She would make lunch, blue bread, and maybe hominy or beans and salt meat, and put that in there. And they got to where they were little white boys were my neighbors across the road from me. I got this white looked in my lunch bucket. And that's just about all we had. And finally, they bring like bologna and stuff like that. And say, let us trade with you. I said, okay. I bet. So I traded bologna sandwich for blue bread. And then another incident that happened. You know, like I say, sometimes when I'm just sitting here looking at the four walls, I think about what took place. You know, and that was having a big. Sometimes they would all community would get together and bring covered dish, you know, and have a big dinner for 4th of July or different things, and they was having it at a place, and they would just they just started in line. They was all in line going getting their plate full, and by the time a car came up and coming in from the road and the driveway, and they hollered at me, said, "Go over there and invite them to come and eat." So I went over there, and these two guys had suits on. I mean, you know, they're all dressed up. Said, "Well, they giving you, and they want you to come and eat with them because they just started." I said, okay. They was really glad about, you know, being invited. So they come over there, and one of them was walking in front of him. The other one was talking, and I noticed, I was standing there, I was helping pouring drinks, you know, and I noticed because we had plates and stuff on this end. The food was that. I see. First thing I seen him do was get that blue dumplings, and the next thing he grabbed 2 slices of light bread, put it in there, and made a sandwich out of it. He took a bite of it and said, "Boy, this sandwich is so good." He was eating nothing but bread. I started to laugh, but I said, "No, I better laugh. My mama will get on to me about that." So, but that was a lot of times, you know, you see. So, but if it was anybody else, and if he was Mvskoke Creek, he wouldn't do that. That's about all I can tell y'all about that. Of course, I could, you know, have some more, but that's kind of a way they used to tell one another, the older people, when they gather around, and sometimes they used to come and they used to come and tell each other stories, I guess, and sit around the far place if it's you know, in winter time, and tell each other. They wasn't in a hurry going home. Yeah.